motion passes 7-0.
Forward again.
And with that, the Clark County School District will have a new top boss on the job starting next week. Tonight, the school board voted unanimously to approve a contract for new Superintendent Jhone Ebert. The vote was followed by cheers from some trustees and people in the audience. Crisis in the Classroom investigative reporter Tiffany Lane was there for all that. She's here in the studio with us now to tell us more about this contract.
Jim, that contract kicks in on Monday and goes for 4 years. Now let's break down some of those major points in that contract. Superintendent Ebert's salary will be $385,000. The district will pay her benefits, but Ebert has agreed to pay the premiums for her family. That's something she opted to do. Now, after her annual evaluation, Ebert can receive up to an additional 5% of her salary as a performance bonus. And something unique to this contract, a clause about balanced governance, which means the board and superintendent will work together towards the success of the district. Now, after the board approved this contract, we heard from Superintendent Ebert on how she plans to hit the ground running. Jhone Ebert started as a math teacher at a CCSD middle school 35 years ago. Now she's ready to take on the role as the next top boss starting on Monday.
On my first day, I'll be in our schools, leading the path forward, engaging, empowering, and exploring. In an open letter to the community.
She says she also plans on getting funding for schools in the ongoing Nevada legislative session.
We've already seen and forecasted that it's not going to be the gains that we had the last legislative session. The retention rate is 30% higher in our school district because of those funds. So we have proof points that money does matter. And so we'll continue to fight to make sure that we gain additional funds for student success.
Funding is not her only priority in Carson City.
This is the year of pre-K, making sure that our earliest learners have access to the supports so they have a great start onto education. At the elementary level, read by grade 3. We've made great gains.
Ebert is the first woman as well as the first Asian American Pacific Islander to become superintendent in the nation's 5th largest school district.
You know, I pinch myself. I mean, I know a lot of people say that. Sometimes I think about it deeply, and then other times it's like, hey, I'm just got my running shoes on and I'm going to work.
One of her goals is boosting student achievement, taking into consideration financial uncertainties at the state and federal levels.
In interviewing and speaking with our educators, our administrators, our bus drivers, first and foremost, they want to be empowered. They want to make sure and know that we trust them to do their jobs.
Now, another interesting part of Superintendent Ebert's contract, if she's fired, which they're not anticipating she will, but she cannot hire or make any appointments for staff if she is. She can also not increase salaries. Now, this became controversial during the last superintendent's contract. That's when Dr. Jesus Jara was originally fired and gave cabinet raises just days after. Jim.